Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on being productive. Just worry about being effective. Sometimes a lot of people stop in their tracks as it relates to pursuing their goals, their dreams, and pursuing the purpose in their life, because one of the things that's stopping them is this idea of not being perfect, right? It goes along the lines with, I got this idea, I don't want to share it right now because I don't want to receive the criticism, I don't want any feedback. You know what I'm saying? They're so connected to their work that they feel like if you criticize the work, you're criticizing the individual also, right? They don't know how to kind of still be connected to the work, but also detach enough from the work to put something out there, let it be criticized, and bring it back, work on it, and bring it back out to the people. But sometimes the idea of perfection gets in the way of presentation, gets in the way of sharing, gets in the way of you taking this idea that you've been working on and bringing it to the people, right? And so as I was thinking about that, I was thinking about how often I look back at old footage of myself, right? When years ago, I look at things that I wrote, things that I talk about today, but the concept have matured, they have developed, and I cringe inside. Because sometimes, man, when I was talking on stage, man, I was giving somebody a concept that was like 80% done, that was like 75% done. It was a good concept, it was still helpful, but there were certain parts of the concept within the concept that I hadn't figured out yet. And I mean, I'm having revelations today about stuff that I was talking about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I'm having revelations today. It's like those concepts are now finally maturing and developing today, right? But 5 years ago, I was talking about it and with the uttermost confidence and conviction, right? But part of the process of mastery and part of the process of fulfilling your purpose and part of the process of being effective is knowing that if you're always getting better, you should be looking back at what you did back in the day and be like, man, that was terrible. I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan could look back at how he used to score the ball in his first 3 years and think to himself, man, I probably could have did that with a lot more efficiency. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have made that bucket a lot easier. I could have set my man up better. I could have shot fake. I could have drew the foul, got an easy two. I could have made a lot more points, a lot more easier. But sometimes, you don't know how to make things easier, then you just operate off of just pure athleticism. You just go hard. You just go heavy. You just make sure that you bring in the energy, right? But down the line, you can use that wisdom and say, there's another way in which I can do this. I can get the same results, but I can do it with a lot more ease, a lot more efficiency, right? So that's just part of the process. So if you're afraid of being perfect, just know that if you nice, right? If you care about being nice and if you're working on your craft and if you care about mastery, then at some point you're gonna look back at your previous work and say, I could have did that way better. You should cringe when you hear yourself talk, but at the same time, you should also laugh and you should also enjoy the evolution of what you become, simply because you leaned into that discomfort, you leaned into that awkward space, and you said, listen, I know I'm afraid, but I'm gonna share anyway. I got something that I know the world needs. I know that what I have, although it is undone, it can still be of value to someone else. So don't let the concept of perfection or mastery or elite level craftsmanship, don't let that stop you from sharing it anyway, but still be willing to take the criticism, understand what are the chinks in the armor, hammer them things out, and as you work to get to a place where you can consider yourself a master, or you can consider your work next level craftsmanship, you can consider what you do elite, so on and so forth. But just know, man, that you will always be a work in progress. So with that being said, take this thing that's been running around in here and give it to the people. My name is Marv Fox Jr. Done.